Yo!
Hey!
Hey! What's going on? Welcome to another episode of the 1 6 Pack, episode 44, the show where we drink beer and talk about 1 6 figures.
That's right.
Which is a great combination, really, if you think about it.
Always. It doesn't lead to impulse purchases, very expensive impulse purchases on random
Somehow
sites.
at all. No, it never does, right? No, I've never done that before. My name is Trevor, 1 6 Shooter. With me is Tom, aka Ayabawatu, and TJ, aka Capes and dot rifles.
I forgot what that said. Thanks.
Yeah, links in the bio, Instagram. We're all over the place, man. Go check us out. Take pictures of 1 6 figs and other figs. But here we're talking about 1/6 and drinking beer. What do you guys got to drink tonight, guys?
TJ, you start because I got nothing.
I'm gonna start. I got something called Connecticut Casual from Beard Brewing. Pilsner.
Is that guy actually? That is not Connecticut Casual. What that guy's wearing right there.
That better not be.
That's like Alabama Casual right there.
That's not casual anything.
I don't know what that is, but I have the
Hardly
same
casual.
I'm gonna wear it.
It
tomorrow.
is casual. Oh, you should have worn it tonight. That would have been great.
Yeah, I think this comes. Hot dog. Yep, I got all that. Good time.
I am. It's not October, which so this breaks my rules, but I did go with a pumpkin beer for no particular reason.
Because it's delicious. It's good enough reason.
It's cold out.
It's pretty good. It is cold. That's pretty much why I did it, because today I was like in the middle of the afternoon. I didn't go get it, but I was like, I think I'm gonna get a pumpkin spice latte. It was just like that cold, dreary day. We're gonna get a ton of rain, from the storm, and I hope I get before we. Well, Tom, what do you got?
Well, actually, funny that you're going to talk about the storm. I have beer that I've had previously on the show because I didn't have a chance to run out this week. But the one I'm drinking right now is Old Kaz, which is 50-year storm. So thinking about everybody possibly getting hit by Tropical Storm Ian. Hopefully everybody's okay.
Yeah, Tyler said he's riding out the hurricane and talking toys. I hope you're safe, Tyler. I don't know if you're in Florida or in the Carolinas now at this point. He's also getting pelted, but that was... it looks horrible, man. I mean, it's never good. I've lived through stuff like that, and it sucks. The cleanup sucks. Obviously, even if you're fairly unaffected, we got 2.1 billion people without electricity. So, if Tyler, hopefully you didn't lose your electricity. I guess you're either on your phone or sitting in your car charging your phone or something. Whatever. We're glad you're here with us, and we're glad you're safe.
Hey, if he's sitting in his car, hopefully he's not underwater in his car as a submarine.
Well, yeah, I'm assuming
he's still getting signal out.
I'm assuming he wouldn't be watching us if he was. Josh J is with us. Funny Rotten Picks. Bearded Toy Man. What's up, Jordan? Figure Fan Nate. What's going on, man? Avenger Graham Comics. Joseph Godin. Joseph Godinez. Commander Gree. What's up, man? Knight of Ren 789. Maz. What's going on, Maz? Maz, I'm going to get you on. I'm hoping that we get a Predator. Maz is a Predator expert, and I'm hoping we get a Predator from Prey.
Why haven't we had that yet?
I don't know. I
would buy that.
If we don't get one soon, and I'll get Maz on to talk about that, we'll just get him on to talk about why we don't have it yet, I guess. Maybe we'll do a theme around that somehow. I don't know. I'm really hoping that something comes out soon, though, because I would buy that, definitely. I haven't bought a lot of Predators, but I love that movie. I would buy everything from that movie.
I just rewatched the first Predator this past week because I had Predator on mine.
Winston-Salem, so far good, so good. You guys are you're getting a lot of rain, a little bit of wind. We're going to be getting that tomorrow. All sort of settled down at that point. But yeah, for sure. Yeah, we totally need that Prey Predator. Absolutely, it's one of the best looking Predators, man.
I know, it's really cool looking, and it's a crime.
Whoa. Yeah, I know. I generally don't drink like a pumpkin spice latte, but it was that day. It was just that it was cold. It felt like dank September day, man. Just, I don't know. You want
There's
some coffee?
Nothing wrong with
pumpkin
doing
spice in there.
Ultimate middle class white girl drink. There's nothing wrong with it. You're allowed
every once in a while.
Every once in a while.
Yeah. This is good. This is a really good one. It's really subtle too. I picked it for reasons, but I do like the taste. All right. Enough of that. Did you guys get anything in this week? Anything 1/6? What'd you get? What'd you get? Cool. What'd you get?
Well, I have way too many Grogu's now.
Oh God,
is
that
really
the quarter scale?
No, it's the set with the pram and the other.
But you have
alien.
the pram, so why did you get that set?
Oh, so I was
Yeah,
talking
but
to
he doesn't have
somebody
a
at work
low
about
cat.
this, but this is a
doesn't have a low
different
cat.
pram.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I
That's
didn't
the
even
second
know there
season.
was a different pram.
That's the second season pram. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a season 2 pram.
I did not know there was a difference between.
Yeah.
Neither
It's
did
like
I.
black.
Thank you, Hot Toys, for telling me.
Yeah, it's like black. Yeah.
That's all I got. Actually,
Is it
I
Beskar?
got
It should be a Beskar pram.
It's got the Loth cat and everything with it, right?
Yeah, it does, that's
the one?
that set.
Yeah.
That should be that set.
we got this guy.
Oh, nice. Yes, that's right. You've taken a great shot of him so far already.
Yes. Oh yeah. That looks a lot better in person now that I've seen of some
Did you get it,
people
Trevor?
taking pictures. I didn't. I'm not, like Deadpool. I enjoy those movies a lot. They're great movies. I don't like Deadpool all that much outside of the movies, and I don't know. It's not enough for me to go and get it. Hey,
The
nice,
pictures.
man. That's awesome.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah.
Cool. I can't wait to see it, Jordan, man. That's great. Yeah, I'm just kidding. Okay, little PSA. If you haven't seen it, Four Horsemen Studios tomorrow is going to be a drop amongst all these other things that are coming out from Hasbro and Mezco.
Can you take me on
sorry,
Zoom?
TJ. Yeah,
no,
sorry,
no,
TJ.
no. Leave him.
You can
leave
do
him
that.
please. I was laughing.
You guys can.
No. I wanted it to stay as TJ. So.
Wait, I'm trying to show this.
But yeah,
to,
it's going to be cool, man. So don't miss it. It's 9 a.m. tomorrow. They're dropping it, and then 8 p.m. tomorrow they're dropping it. So if you have any inclination, this is figure obscura, so it's kind of like not really Mythic Legions. It's different character. Oh God, I'm begging you again.
Fuck. Never mind.
No, show the two cables that you had up a second
I
ago.
was showing it to John.
What do you say?
You're comparing two cables, right? One's a third party.
Toys R Us.
Yep. Okay.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Toys R Us.
Get them up. Bring them up close.
Yeah, bring them up. Bring them up. Let's do a little. There you go.
Don't move. Oh, okay. Wow, you could definitely see the difference, though.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I really thought the Toys R Us one was great
until
that paint is no bueno right there, man. That's not good.
Yeah,
or is it? Yeah. Is there anything about the Toys R Us one that you would like swap out for the Hot Toys?
I
body at all?
It's a maybe. It turns out the Hot Toys one I got. I don't know if anyone else watching has the Hot Toys one, but the magnet on the gun doesn't seem to work. I thought there was a magnet that attaches to the back.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah,
I don't like the magnet thing, man. It was on the Star Trek figures too, the early ones, the original series, and it's supposed to have the phaser stick to the side, and some of them have just given up. You know what I mean? So it's just they're dead. I gotta try to fix them or something. But
we should talk about that real quick because you were talking about the Mythic Legion drop tomorrow. There's 2 times, Nate. So us West Coasters, we have another chance. It goes up again at 8 p.m. Eastern, so 5 p.m. for us. So we do have a chance to get it because I'm not going to be up at 6 a.m. tomorrow either, but I'm definitely jumping on this thing tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure. It's a limit of 2. Trust me, it's really cool. And you might want it. That's all I'm saying. I mean, even if you're not a Mythic Legions fan, you might want it. So, all right, let's get on with this shit.
Real quick, I just want to say because I got this, which is something that's been on my wish list on SciShow. It's just the drone set because does everybody pay attention to SciShow does daily deals, and lately they've been doing 30% off Hot Toys.
I just saw it today.
I've seen that. Yeah,
so
I've been watching it here and there.
I got this because it was 30% off. Plus, I had like $30 in reward points. So this thing cost me 30, and I'm like, I'm definitely going to use this for photos.
Nice.
This is
yeah.
So I've been watching their daily deals now all the time, and
yeah, I'm gonna have to tune into that. I've checked that out a few times, but I forgot that they were. Well, I mean, it's hard to forget that they're daily, but I don't know. It's just I don't check them daily. But
what I did, which helps, is that I set up a wish list of all the figures that I want, and if it shows up on discount, they'll send you an email being like, we're offering a discount today, and it'll come in at
that's a good idea.
The sale goes live. So
I didn't realize that was the case. Okay, cool.
And it happens at 3:00 in the morning or 2. I'm usually awake still, so I see it and I buy that then.
Gotcha.
What's up, Lenny?
Hey, Lenny, what's going on, man? All right. I got nothing. I mean, did I show you the guys this? Did I show you the head sculpt for?
No.
I know Grogu's in the way here, but yeah, this came in from 357 Apartment like a while back,
Nice.
and it's really
It
nice.
looks really good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really well painted. I didn't love the expression on it so much, but it was what it was, and I got it a year and a half ago, and then it got lost in the mail, and they finally found it, and then it took them a while to get it back to me, and now, I mean, actually, a lot of delays, man. Have you guys gotten delay notices? Because the Mando is delayed.
Yep.
Mando and Grogu,
And Hunter.
Ahsoka Tana is delayed.
Bo-Katan.
Bo-Katan is delayed. Yep.
Pretty much everything. I get these like your stuff's gonna get canceled email constantly, and I'm like, okay, I'll go on and make sure it don't get canceled. I wish I could just blanket check off please just automatically keep these and don't send this to me again.
Yeah, please. Yeah, that would be nice. So there's a lot of cancellations, and there's a lot of price hikes, which is what we're gonna sort of talk about, kind of wrap up with, or talk about in the middle, because a lot of this stuff is based on stuff that's coming out now, and we've been talking about it as it's been going along, saying things like, oh, 285 looks like the high end average for kind of an average figure, you know what I mean, with some of the ones that had lesser accessories going in the 265 270 range, which used to be 225 2 years ago. So and there's a couple things now they're just eking out just a couple more bucks. So we're going to talk about that a little bit, and just how it relates to us, if it's changed our outlook, or and you guys too, let us know. I know there's only 21 people here. That's pretty good. So if you got something you really want to say, you can do super chats. You should be able to do super chats. Let me know if you can't, because you should be able to. And all that stuff we put towards doing some giveaways. Now, the 1/6 stuff is a little tougher to do giveaways. I do Mythic Legions giveaways all the time on Legions Lounge, but I do want to do a giveaway on here, so I am working on something. So every little bit helps. All right.
2023 ain't that far away. That's all I got to say, Jordan. we're knocking on that door.
Yeah, I know.
It's 2 months.
I've been thinking about that blurb, man. It's that is not something that's ever going to get made again. It's like the Tauntauns. They may make a Tauntaun again, but it's been how many years since they made that Tauntaun sideshow? 15?
It's been a while. Tauntauns haven't shown up again in anything either, so it's not like Hot Toys has a reason to go through and try to do one.
No, and it's going to be an expensive thing.
Yep.
Although I don't know if they'd make it like a workable statue like Sideshow did, or make it out of plastic. I'm not sure, but either way, it's going to be expensive. So stuff like that doesn't come along.
There's two. Well, there's the
you
two.
Can get the blurg. You can
get
the Queel in blurg, and you can get the Mando original in blurg.
Oh, so there's 3 ways to get it. Okay.
Yeah. I might get the Queel because I didn't get Queel. I'm he's dead. Spoiler alert. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I wish he survived, because he would be. I would get him had he made it past the first season.
Yeah, I would like a Grief Karga. Okay, let's get into the news, because we got a lot to talk about.
Yeah,
here, so
let's do it.
All right. This dropped overnight. I was on Brother Cousin's show last night, and we were talking about the teaser that they put up, and the question was, will we actually see this? And pretty much the conclusion of everybody on the panel was that it's The Rock. They're going to put out The Rock. You know what I mean? It's going to happen. So, Dave, thank you. Dave, listen, man, Dave, you do enough on the. I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Just give us a question, though, man.
Maybe he wants to shut up. Maybe that's a silence for $5. Please.
Well, for $20, we will shut up for 10 minutes. So yeah, we were all came to the conclusion that this is going to happen, and sure enough, man, it does look dope. It looks really dope.
They nailed that sculpt. They nailed it.
Nailed the sculpt. I'll come back to these because I want to see the sculpt. Is incredible. You're right. This subtle eye movement and the other subtle eye movement.
It's such a small difference.
I can't even really tell the difference.
I didn't realize it was 2 sculpts until I paid attention to the eyebrow. Yeah, both of them have purrs.
That's it right there. Oh no, is that the same sculpt? That's
the same sculpt.
Yeah. Yeah, both heads have purrs, which is crazy. So now, this thing is there's a deluxe and there's a standard. The standard is $300, and you don't get the second head? Is that the deal with the
The
standard?
deluxe is the 2-head pack. The standard is a single head.
Okay, but it still has purrs. Like you still
Still
get
has
purrs with the
purrs.
standard for $300.
Yep.
This thing is LED lit. This,
Yep.
the lightning bolt, which is interesting, like because I don't know if it's integrated into the chest. The way they described it
They
here,
described it really weird, right?
specialized fabric. Our logo's in the way, but it's just something like I can read it. Hang on a second. Let me just take our logo off there for a half a second. Allowing LED emblem function. So I don't know what the hell that means. I don't know if it's just a reflective material. I mean, LED is an LED. It's got to have a light.
They typically would say it's luminescent reflective BS,
Right.
whatever they use for that. This actually does say, as you said, it's LED, which means it either plugs in or there's a battery somewhere that powers this thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I can't tell. I mean, I can't imagine it's just in the fabric, but he's got to be able to move, and that thing's got to be able to move a little bit with the torso. You know what I mean? Like
there might not be an ab crunch at all in that thing. They've done that a bunch where a lot of figures just have nothing
are
in
those
the center.
are those arms attached, or is that a like, you know what I mean? Does it look like the arms?
What do you mean?
No. Okay.
It's a seamless costume on top of a body.
Yeah. It looked like there was almost like a joint from the shoulder to the
arm.
Oh,
yeah, it was just that weird.
Like right there is just the way it's folded. Yeah. But I don't know. Maybe there's just an LED.
That gets a slow clap. Yep. Mm-hmm.
We should be having you $5 for that. That was good. Maybe there's just an LED in the chest in a general area that lights up through the whole thing, I suppose. Just kind of gives it a backlight. But very cool. Nice effects. I think you get the cape with the $300 one, right?
Let me check. I have the deluxe edition.
I only have the deluxe breakdown at the end here, but I don't have the standard one for some reason. So if you can look that up,
there's 3 on Sideshow right now. There's collector's edition, which is your regular. There's deluxe version, and then there's the golden armor deluxe.
Oh yeah. He's got. I think I put that in here. He's got the belt is gold. I think the emblems on the shoulders are gold. So I don't know if that's something.
Okay,
yeah.
I see the difference now. I did not notice that.
Let me see if I pulled that. Maybe I didn't pull it. I don't think I pulled it.
It's the cuffs, the belts, the boots, anything that's like
they're gold colored. Yeah.
Yeah, they're just gold, which is a nice look. It's the same price as the regular gold.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's the 360. So I don't know if that's like one of those early bird things, or if it's Sideshow quote unquote exclusive, which
it doesn't say anything on their site. Luckily.
But yeah, this looks really good. The body looks perfectly in scale. The right proportions. Looks really good. It's weird because this is like. I've seen the trailer. I can pretty much tell you what happens in the movie at this point, but hopefully there'll be some surprises. But this is coming. I thought this was coming out next week. I guess it's not coming out till the third week in October.
Next month. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess there is a little while for hype, but it just doesn't seem that hype to me. I don't know why. It just doesn't seem.
I think because the second they started showing trailers for it, Dwayne is a great hype man, but unfortunately he started too early. And when you start that hype train too early, it fizzles out real quick. And he just kept being like, this is the biggest thing, guys. This is the biggest thing. I'm like, great. Yeah. We're still like 6 months away. Chill.
Yeah.
And like now that we're a month away, it's like I'll go see it, but geez.
What do you think the odds are? And I'm gonna say pretty low, but what do you Oh no! For Hot Toys, yes. No, I'm thinking like movie wise. What do you think the odds are that Superman shows up in this thing?
I don't think he shows up in this.
No.
If we do, it'll be the exact same way we saw him in Shazam, which is from the neck down.
Oh, they can't do that again. That is so fucking lame.
I think they
can't do that again. He's just like the perfect match for him. Him or Shazam, which Captain Marvel's not going to show up in this, so I don't think.
I was thinking that would be your stinger end credit scene. Is that
Probably. Yeah, probably. I just think that they need something before this comes out. You've seen so much of it that they need something to have you go, oh shit, now I gotta go see this. You know what I mean? Like, I'll go see it,
yeah?
but
I think they
I'm
shot
not.
their load too early. I think they could have held off a little bit on a lot of the stuff that's happening in this
Yeah.
movie, and then like towards the end, be like, "Oh, and did you know Hawkman is in it? Oh, and did you know Dr. Fate?" Like they could have trickled it a little bit better instead of just pushing it all up front and being like, "We're going to keep showing the same trailer over and over, and hopefully you guys are still excited in 4 months' time."
Yeah. I just feel like I know the plot of the movie at this point. I wish they'd kind of kept that a little bit more under wraps in the trailers. The trailers and movies give away too much now, man. Just
That's
way too
marketing
much.
people, man. They're
I mean, not to mention you've got 24/7 of YouTube people dissecting every square inch of every trailer so that you know, and rumors. But yeah, I mean, this looks hot. Is anybody picking this up?
Meh.
TJ?
Meh. It's not a nope. It's not. It's not.
Oh,
a
it's
nope.
a meh. Okay,
the second he sees it in hand, he's going to get that FOMO and he's going to buy it.
I know he will. He's going to want
I
to
gotta see the movie first.
Okay, fair enough. Yes,
Yeah.
fair enough. That's true. Yeah, I think so.
I'm on the fence because I think it's gonna live or die by two things. One, if they do a Shazam / Captain Marvel figure, this would be an amazing companion piece with that. So like possibility. And two, if I love this movie, then I'll get it because this figure looks amazing. It's like I really like Black Adam, but I'm just worried that it's going to be a DCU maybe just middling affair, but we'll see. If they do a Dr. Fate, I'll order it in a second because I just have that kind of love for Dr. Fate. But like, this figure looks amazing though. I'm on the fence. I'm in the meh, I guess, as well.
Yeah, I have no attachment to it. It's got to knock me out. And honestly, Rock's a great guy. He's been great in things, but basically, to me, in every movie,
he's the same guy.
The Rock.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the Rock in a different costume or a different situation. Rock. So
he's different in Jumanji because he's actually being played by like a young kid, so he does act a little bit different in the Jumanji series.
That's true. I did see. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Okay, I'll give you that one. He had to stretch a little bit for that one, but we'll see. I mean, maybe this will blow me away, and I'll be like, "Shit, this is great." I have no attachment to the character right now, so we'll see.
Oh, I didn't know this was okay. So I knew that there was a deluxe version. I did not know it had the DX badge. So we're gonna get foam with this. Okay.
This is foam. Wait. This is foam, baby.
Love that foam.
I mean, The Rock deserves foam, man. Gotta contain him somehow, though. That people's eyebrow.
I love that they threw the eyebrow look on there. That's just the best. They have to.
I agree with that too. Tom Cruise is stretched though occasionally, but basically it's Tom Cruise.
Watch Tropic Thunder and tell me Tom Cruise is playing Tom Cruise.
No, that's what I'm saying. Tom Cruise has stretched. There has been times, where he's had to. But again, it's like put him in a weird situation, just like with Jumanji, where he's got to be a kid. Then they can stretch. All right, so that's that. 360
looks great.
300. I mean, 360 for a DX. Let's just talk about that. 2 head sculpts. 2 human head sculpts with purrs.
What was the
light up LED chest and the custom base? I don't think that base has been used, and it's got his name carved into it, so it definitely hasn't been.
Yeah, that's a new
so
base.
It's a lot plus foam. So
I don't know if that's a lot for a DX. I mean, I remember. So I got the Darth Maul DX that came with the bike. So my price point was in the 400s or something. I thought the regular was in the 350 range or something like that on that Darth Maul DX. And he came with 2 heads.
With the speeder?
No, the speeder was in the 400s. That was
you're right.
Yeah, it was like 435 or something like
420, that. 425, 435, yeah. Maybe you might be right, and I don't know.
So that's why I thought we were already there. I didn't think this was that. Knowing that it's a DX, knowing you're going to get 2 head sculpts, you're getting custom base, you're getting light up effects, all this riff and roll. 3
this body's got to have a lot of. This has got to be like almost a custom body. I don't know what else they would have used this for.
This could have been used for Drax, but they just didn't.
I wish they would.
He has the right shoulders and the neck and everything.
I know.
That's the body
for it. Yep. What was the Kenobi Vader DX? Well, it's still up, so 330. I think so, somewhere in that range. So yeah, I mean it's not crazy. It's not crazy.
No.
All right, now on the other end of the spectrum, I mean the difference between 285 and 300. So this is a $300 figure, which was I don't know what's shocking, but it was kind of shocking. You know what I mean? Like
300?
this $300. This is $300.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know. This
don't
is
like
what I'm,
that. Don't
this is
like
what I'm
that one
saying.
bit.
Right. So let's not even like talk about. We'll get to the head sculpt
Okay.
and our opinions about that. But it's Cobb Vanth. I mean, I like the character. All right. I would rather have a Grief Karga. You know, the guy's been in 3 freaking seasons now, or is going to be in the 3rd season. This guy was in, you know, what, 3 episodes? Yeah. I mean, $300,
Yeah.
one head sculpt. Is it a PERS head sculpt? I don't think
I
so.
don't think so either.
No.
I'll look
I
it
don't
up.
think so. I don't think so. The big thing was, could you remove the armor? Everybody was like, "Oh God, if you can't remove the armor, you can remove the armor." So I might actually display them like this if I get them. Kind of like this look. Everybody thought I was a little crazy about that, but I don't know.
No PERS.
No price. No, I didn't think so. So I mean, this could have been a 285 figure.
It should be a
Even at
255
280,
figure.
even at 285, I would have exactly. I would have said, this isn't worth 285.
No.
But then you push it that extra $15 for nothing. There's no light up features here. There's no electronics. These are reused parts for the most part. I mean, all
Yep.
this chest armor is reused. The jetpack is reused. It's all Boba Fett. It's all reused. Here's what somebody did with the head sculpt. It is something. It's almost what they did with Obi-Wan, is that they made him like puffy.
Yeah.
Like it's a rounder face. The same thing they did with the Obi-Wan Kenobi, the prequel Obi-Wan.
Just doesn't work for me. It doesn't look like him at all like this. I don't know why.
I think it looks. I mean, I think it looks like him.
I mean, it looks like him in the way that it's a white guy with grayish blonde hair.
Come on, it's better than that. If you look at the nose.
Okay, they got the mole on the mouth. I'll give
Look
you
at
that
the
too.
shapes. Like look at the shapes. Look at the creases.
He's
it's
puffier
something
though.
about,
You're right. They
he's
made him puffier.
He's got a rounder face. Yeah. So, yeah, it's not as bad as everybody's like. Bill Burr, yeah, too. Yeah, I would actually like. Well, I don't know if I'd pay $300.
I would not pay $300 for Bill Burr.
I'd go $240 for Bill Burr.
Yeah,
That's a good price.
Well, I mean, if you give him a couple of uniform changes or something, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what is that all about? Like, what is that $300, man? What is like? We were talking about it yesterday, and I'm like, is this where they just decided to test the waters on this and just see? You know, I mean, a lot of people were bringing up in art. You know what I mean? It's like, well, the idea was that, you know, oh, Hot Toys is seeing in art charge, you know, $500 for a figure, and they're like, oh, you know, we should glom onto that and see how much we can push people.
Yeah, but
and
in art is throwing on all those little things like PERS is on every figure in art does. They always show rooted hair. Yeah. Yep, exactly.
Highly tailored clothing. Not that Hot Toys clothing is bad, but it's not at the same. We don't know what level in art is doing,
Right.
But I'm assuming in art is doing like Yunsel level clothing, which is like $400 for a set of clothes. You know what I mean? So, but I mean that's a small number. They're going to do it in a larger quantity. It's going to cost less than that, obviously. But that's what you're paying for. My argument was that why wouldn't Hot Toys run in the opposite direction and maybe even bring, if they could, you know, bring the price down a little bit and say, listen, man, you want to pay $500 for one figure. We're going to give you, you know, look at this greatness that we're giving you. Look at these sculpts that we're giving you for $250, $275. You know what I mean?
I don't think that's Hot Toys' brand idea. I feel like they want to be the pinnacle. They want to be the best. And the best means it's the most expensive. It's like part of the thinking there.
That could be. That was the argument that people were having, that like they want to push that, but they're not doing what InArt is doing necessarily. Again, we don't know anything about InArt. We haven't got anything in hand. Yep. We'll see when it happens. But I'm wondering if they know from their retailers how much InArt is selling. You know what I mean? They don't have InArt's numbers, but they must say, you know, they call up any of these Hong Kong dealers and say, hey, How many of these did you sell? I'm sure
You
they
can
don't.
get any. I thought those in arts were going to sell out immediately. You can get any one of them right now, still on pre-order.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I think
I
that
mean,
tells you a little bit.
I guess I don't know if they're even limited edition things or if they're just gonna make them until people stop ordering them. I don't know.
Well, their statues sell out like that, so you'd think they would do the same kind of thing with the 1/6, is like limited run.
I would like to see that
Yeah.
personally, not from a oh, I gotta have, like, again, I've said this, I don't collect for value, but if you're going to pay that kind of money, I mean, when you get into the custom areas, and TJ knows this, like, it's like you do kind of want to have like that exclusive end of things. You know what I mean? Like, you put together this figure from all the greatest pieces of this, and there was only 40 of them made, or 50 of them made, and that was it. And that commands a price. You know what I mean? If anybody's willing to pay it.
Yep.
That's what I'd rather see within art, and not just have an open. There was 10,000 of these things made. It's like, well, all right.
Thanks, beer lady.
Your delivery.
So, anyway, $300, man. I don't know. TJ, what do you think?
I like the way it looks, but that 300 it's really turning me off.
It's hard.
Like a lot.
It's $15 more than than I expected. Again, like Tom said, I think this should be $275, maybe even $265. Again, reuse parts. This is the argument that we were talking about Hasbro earlier, because it's Hasbro PulseCon this weekend. It's the same argument that everybody's having with Hasbro. It's like, these are all repainted parts, and you're upping the charges. There is inflation. China's still in COVID pretty heavily. Shipping is out of control. Like, shipping anything to the U.S. or anywhere from China is insanely expensive.
Yep.
And at least here, anyway, people, entry-level jobs are getting, the bumped up in pay because you can't find anybody to work, which is strange, but that's happening. So, everything's going up a little bit. So that $15 might just be what we are paying for an average figure going forward, which is crazy.
For 300, I'd like just a little bit more.
Yeah.
Oh, you should get a lot more for 300.
I don't know what that little bit more is for this character. Maybe the Camtono, but that's not $20.
Drinks, something like that. Like, he's, we see him at the bar. He's drinking. Give him like a bottle.
He's got the spotchka.
Oh, he does.
He's got the little bottle.
Actually, I'd like something to light up. I don't care what lights up. I want something to light up.
I don't know what else you'd give him. This is the thing. Like,
he should get his own Grogu.
That's it. I mean, well, okay, the Spider-Verse Miles, though, was solicited how many?
2020.
Yeah, how many years ago? Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is you're not seeing this till the end of 2023, probably, at least. So, I don't know, man. It's going to be interesting going forward to see what happens with these basic. And again, the fucking boots. The boots are not an accessory. It's not an accessory. They never used to show boots as an accessory, or the holster, quite frankly, as an accessory. And that's all they have. It's the gun. You used to see the gun laying down by itself, the hands laying down by itself, the stand, and then any accoutrement things like the spotchka or whatever. And like, that's it. And now if you show that, it looks like you're really getting nothing. Because you're getting nothing.
They're kind of selling the armor as being all the different accessories, right? Like, they're showing each piece of the armor.
I mean, to say that this is even 2 sculpts is ridiculous, because this is the same as Tamara Morrison with as a Boba Fett figure.
Did they say that, or did they dare say that?
No, they didn't say that. But I'm just saying, I'm trying to like figure some sort of rationale for what they're charging here for this. But people were saying, "Oh, was it the actor?" It's not these guys. You sign you get all that negotiated beforehand. You know what I mean? Like, this is like, we're going to pay you X now, and then we're going to get to use your face on any kind of product that we want to put out. You know what I mean? Yep. That's what you're going to get paid for. That's off the table. Hot Toys doesn't negotiate with you.
I don't think Timothy Oliphant is commanding a really expensive price.
That's the other thing. Exactly. He's popular with people, but like, he's not an A-lister or anything like that. I don't think. So anyway. So that's that $300. I don't know, man. I'm on the fence about this.
It's a big old no for me.
Yeah, I gotta see I got to see a final sculpt. I think I'm going to wait till blogger photos come out for this. At least. And there's characters I want more. I mean, I enjoyed this. And you'd think Cad Bane, if they were going to try anything to bump it up, you'd think Cad Bane would have been the figure that they did that with. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Super popular character.
And look at how much we got with that figure,
Yeah.
and it didn't like.
Wait, what was the somebody got Sideshow open? Look up what's the exclusive one with the robot with his.
I'm gonna look that up.
I want to say that was like around 300, if that.
Cad Bane. Oh, why is he not coming up in the search? Oh, there he is. 290. 290.
300. Yeah,
still $10 cheaper than this.
$300 with the droid.
3 faceplates.
3 faceplates. He's got a full-on leather jacket. It's got to be tailored. That's nuts, man. I don't get it. That they could have charged. With the droid. They could have charged $340 for that, and people would have paid it easily.
Yep.
It's weird that they're making this 300. I really would love to know what the hell the deal is. Unless it's just we hit a point where like, yep, gotta bump it up from 285 to 300. I don't know.
It doesn't make
bag
sense.
of sand. A box of spice would have been good. That would have been good. Anything. All right, moving on.
Oof, yeah.
And then we got this team. So Tom, fifth brother,
Yes.
are you picking up the fifth
I'm
brother?
very, very tempted by the
Me
brother.
too.
Like that's the one for me.
Yeah. TJ?
No.
Yeah.
Not even a meh, huh?
Nah.
Nope.
Nah.
I'm we said on the show when we were talking about when the other two came out that if the fifth brother came out, that could be tempting. But now I feel like it's the reason I bought into the Bad Batch, because they showed all of them.
Yeah.
Hopefully they release all of them. But I'm like, okay, those are going to look incredible together. Whereas when Reva came out, didn't really love the character. Actress was fine. Didn't like the character. Grand Inquisitor, not enough screen time. Didn't care.
Weird design too.
Fifth brother was intriguing, and I liked him in the
Yeah.
show as much as I liked the show. But I can't get the fifth brother and have him standing there alone. I mean,
Yeah,
these
you
guys
can.
look.
You flank him with stormtroopers. Boom, done.
True.
How many Death Troopers do you have right now?
8.
Do you?
No, I'm asking you, Trevor.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I have 2. I have 2 Death Troopers.
Boom, then you're done. You got him. You got a perfect cube right there.
The Death Troopers are with Krennic. So
Well, put Krennic next to him too. Sure, why not?
no, it's too crowded. No, I would want all 4 of these guys because they look incredible together. This really looks good. And what is it? The third sister? Yeah, the third sister. Like, what does she have? Like 10 minutes of screen time?
I'm with Elliot here. If they did actually more of these from Fallen Order, I would probably get those more.
That's what everybody's saying. Yeah,
I've spent more time with those Inquisitors than these. I love the look of the fifth brother, and I'll get him based on that.
Yep,
possibly. If it crests 300
or Rebels, or any of those, I would, for sure. I would take their interpretation of the second sister from second sister. Yeah,
second sister.
Yeah.
Because we had the second and third sister in Fallen Order, because there's the bigger Inquisitor.
I don't know how they're.
Well. She was amazing.
I don't understand how they're numbered.
No, neither do I.
Frankly, but they look good. They look good together. I can't imagine what was the Grand Inquisitor? How much was he? Was he like in the 290 range?
Well, let's find out. And
yeah, I mean, again, like the Bad Batch,
260.
Wow,
crazy.
But only one head, right?
Yeah, but I mean,
I'm not saying
I don't see much difference.
I still don't see Cobb being considered 2 heads anyway.
No, I don't either. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, exactly. I don't know, but I mean, the Bad Batch. I don't love the Bad. I mean, the Bad Batch is good. It's a good show. I enjoy it, but I enjoy it more than I did Obi-Wan.
Yes,
but I didn't need the Bad Batch. But they're gonna look good together, so I can't just get one of these guys.
You could.
I hope so.
Just get 4 of the same.
They don't tend to do kids though, man. It's really I would love Leia from Obi-Wan to go with Obi-Wan. Would be great on the shelf. They just don't. I don't know. It's weird that they tend not to do kids. All right, and then we got the churro-less Web of Spider-Man.
Oh, okay. I was like, didn't we talk about this on the last show? It's the
Yeah, this is the
other
regular
bit.
release, so that was the exclusive.
Spider
I mean, they're
Man.
still calling this the exclusive, but it's not the D23 with the
Oh.
churro. So all the same, we've seen it before. Looks great, really,
It
really
does.
nice.
Yeah.
Tempted. I've heard mixed feelings about the cloth top.
It's the same. It looks the same, excuse me, as the Homecoming tech suit. It's
Oh,
not.
it does.
I mean, it looks the same to me. TJ, do you agree? Because you have that one.
It does look the same, yeah.
And it's not the best, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah. It moves beautifully though, man.
It does.
It looks
better not.
You know what? You know
Leave it
what's
like that.
great about the cloth though? It's just for lighting. I mean, that's soft. It looks so good, man. Without that reflection, it looks really, really nice. Yeah, that looks good. I don't know. Tempted by it, but no churro, no deal. I think that's the only difference. Though the churro and the can of soda or whatever.
And he comes with like a part of the plans or something like that, right? Too.
Yeah.
Like there's like a little book or something.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The book he has. Yeah. So this was this 300? No, the original was 300 at D23. I don't know how much this was.
I don't know how much this one was too.
I don't know. Oh, the web shooters are different. Lenny's saying the spider is different. That's right. The spider is different.
The little one or the
the little robot one.
It just has like a leg stretch, right?
I think so. Yeah. I didn't realize the web shooters were different. Huh. Okay.
Oh wait, different from the one at the park?
Yeah, I guess. Is that what you're saying, Lenny? That's different than the one they had at D23?
Maybe.
They don't have them at the park yet, from what I've heard.
I guess it was just
the churro one was just D23. Yeah. Or D20. Yeah, D23. Yeah, no Miss Marvel too. Again, with no kids. Elliot saying Miss Marvel might be held off in the Marvel film. I suppose, but why? I mean, that show was one of the better Marvel shows in my opinion, and I would buy a Miss Marvel figure. That was really good. And this isn't available in HK, really? Interesting.
I thought it was only available because like we don't get that. Like Sideshow doesn't have this one.
No, Sideshow has this one.
It does. I just went looking for it. I couldn't find it.
Yeah, they should.
I'll look again. Web.
Yeah, the web shooters and the spider on the suit. Oh, the spider on the suit is different than the original Homecoming. Oh, the original Homecoming version, not the churro version.
Oh no, we know all the differences between this and the original Homecoming.
Yeah. I thought
because like even the original Homecoming doesn't have like the little silver web canisters on his belt either.
Yeah.
This is not on Sideshow.
I could have sworn it was. And Avengergram said it's not anywhere on the HK Secret Base Facebook. Okay. Yeah. Is it not out yet? This has been they put this out like a week and a half ago.
I saw it on Toy Wonderland. Not like that's any place to be a judge, but I saw it pop up there.
Interesting. I mean, they're still calling it exclusive, but I don't know what that even means at this point. So
Lord only knows. They muddy their own words.
Oh, I think I've got to bring up part 2 of the news. All right, so I mean, again, another reissue
within a base
with a base. Yeah, I had this. It was really cool. It looked really good. It was good under the neon light type of thing, but I sold it, and kind of glad I did at this point. Yeah, assholes got it. They probably don't. They're probably just selling it.
I'm learning.
They're hoping that they'll get it. And if they
I'm learning that they do that more and more as time goes on. Yeah.
Side note: before we move on to that, just as a PSA, this is. I can't even show you this. This is what is. This is my Psy Toys. I can't even show you the top of the box because it's in the top of the box. But Psy Toys Nazgul figure that came from a very reputable site. A lot of places are selling it, but broken into pieces, multiple pieces, and I'm not the only one it happened to. People have been posting this. Called this reputable place or wrote them and said, WTF, this is like a piece of shit. Yeah, we've been getting complaints about it. The company won't refund it. They'll send you parts to fix it. Like, this is a $170 thing. This is one like some $120 thing, and it's metal, just like the Asmus one, which is good, metal armor, and yeah, $170. It weighs a ton. So he's like, well, I'll refund you, but you have to send it back. That thing's like 5 pounds to send it back to Hong Kong.
Are they going to
It's
refund
going to
you for
cost
the
me
cost?
like $100. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
they
like,
They
no,
better refund you for that.
no, I don't know. That was at my expense. I'm like, this is bullshit.
Screw
This
them.
is bullshit. So he's like, well, can you glue it? I'm like, I could glue it, but
shouldn't
like,
have
why
to.
should I have to glue this thing? So I
Brand
glued
new
it
thing.
together yesterday, and it's still a piece of shit. It's terrible. So stay far away from that if you've been contemplating it or can't find the Asmus one in stock. Don't buy it as a replacement because it's horrendous. They shouldn't be selling these things. Psy toys. I know we've seen Psy before. I don't know what else they've sold, but yeah, never again. Anyway, back to Iron Man. Yeah, here it is. There it
You
is.
don't have to spend much time on this. It is what it
No.
is. It has a
That's what it
gantry.
is. Yeah.
If you want your gantry looking like it's from Tron, boom, here's your figure.
Yeah. I thought these were kind of cool. I mean, I know a lot of
Cool.
even the Iron Man people were deriding it, but I had a lot of people interested in it when I sold it, and I think people were looking for this one after the second and third one came out. I guess this is the special edition. Like, I think this is like one of those early orders or something like that, or
Oh, it just kind
sideshow.
of gives you like, here's some cool
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, I mean, this is fun to photograph, but yeah, I don't know. Don't need it. Can't remember how much this is either. I forgot to look it up. Anybody in the chat? Anybody getting this?
Yeah, I would like.
No. I didn't say Asmus is sold out, and I don't know if Asmus is sold out. They may not be sold out. I'm just saying if they are and you can't find it anywhere, don't buy this as a replacement because it's horrendous. I just bought it as like a secondary. I figure I'll get one from Asmus and I'll get this one as like a background character, and yeah, it's background, all right.
Yes.
Caustic Plastic. Agent Dale Cooper from Twin Peaks, licensed figure. This looks pretty good.
It does look really good.
Pretty good. I mean, the paint is. I think this is Dario Barbara, who's done some custom stuff, and now he's working for these guys. And he's an excellent painter. But again, like, he does the prototype. I don't think he sits there and paints all these things. He does the proto and sends it on. But still looks pretty good. I still like it. The tailoring looks really, really nice. So there are 3 versions of this thing. I'm just going to bring up
What
this.
is the third?
Yeah, I didn't realize it either. I'm going to open up the page because I couldn't. Not that I couldn't, but I just I didn't bother to write it all down because it comes with all this shit. Like, you got to really like. So this is the figure. The regular version, $299, which is basically US $291, something like that. It's like a $8.
It is a lot.
It is a lot. This is a small company. I'm sure they paid. I mean, I can't imagine the Twin Peaks license is that much, but you never know. I don't know. Maybe his likeness. I don't know. But they do. I will say, for Caustic Plastic, they put a lot of stuff in here. Like this is like,
Yeah, those are great details.
$300. Compare this to Cobb Vanth. Okay, it's not as popular a character or anything like that in terms of like right now. All right, and yeah, I guess they're saying white shirt, red, black, and tie. Okay, torchlight, FBI badge.
Oh my God, he comes with a shirt?
Mini tape recorder, magnifying glass, coffee cup.
Is there a picture of the shoes?
The black shoes. They might be.
Not a separated one. You'd have to zoom in. It's
on that you get a fantastic Twin Peaks coffee mug if you order from their site.
I like that.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
It's a fantastic. It's not a mediocre Twin Peaks.
No. This is a fantastic coffee cup. So this, you actually get Laura Palmer's
dead
body,
yep.
which is, I saw it somewhere. I don't know if it was on Twitter or Facebook, that had actually been pulled down for violating Facebook's. Yeah, I swear to God.
It got pulled down. Okay, for that because they thought
somebody reposted it in one of the groups, and I think they pulled it down or something like that.
Because they thought it was an actual dead body. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's creepy as fuck, but yeah, it comes with it. Folder with autopsy reports and evidence. She's dead, wrapped in plastic. Diorama stand, and then the hand numbered for 425, which comes with.
Yeah, what's the new accessory here?
Diorama stand. Laura Palmer autopsy report and FBI investigation files folder, 1/1 scale prop replica.
Well, I wouldn't want
so you get a
1-1
1-to-1 replica of the exclusive artwork packaging, hand numbered, exclusive versions only. So, and you still get that fantastic Twin Peaks coffee mug. So I mean, the difference between that and that is $25. You know what I mean, or whatever.
Yeah. But all you're getting is a one, like an actual 1/1 scale thing, not anything for the figure. It's something.
No, I think you're getting a special box that's numbered, limited edition, and the case files 1-to-1. So I mean, yeah, don't care about that. But yeah, expensive, but kind of cool.
If you're a fan, that's
look at that.
You're not going to get this anywhere else that's like licensed like this. It's a killer thing that they're doing.
Literally.
Do you have the Nosferatu too?
I suppose you could use the body for something else too.
For their other offering, Nosferatu.
Yes. I don't have Nosferatu, and I don't think we did Nosferatu, did we?
No, we haven't.
It came out a couple weeks ago. I guess this.
I thought that just went up with this, like recently.
Oh, did it? Oh, maybe it did. Okay. Yeah, the Nosferatu looks pretty good too. I mean, if you want to pull it up, we can take a look at it.
That's fine. It looks like Nosferatu.
Yeah, it does. It looks very good. Don't know what the price is on that, but yeah, I mean, all this stuff is really nice. This is that kind of stuff that
that's great.
Custom makers custom builders love all that little shit, but they do a nice job. So that's that. There you go, deluxe edition. Exo 6, Locutus of Borg. Haven't done really a lot of Exo 6 stuff. I don't know. Lately, it's been stuff I don't really care about. So, getting over the Sting too, but whatever. This looks cool. This looks good. I'd think about this one. It's a good bunch of episodes with this character. So,
I thought this was from a movie. So it's from the actual show?
No, it's from the show. They did do him as a Borg in one of the movies. I forget which one. But this is on the show. This was like a cliffhanger.
I gotta watch TNG at some point.
It's really good. Oh, you haven't watched this either? Good Lord, man. You got a lot to watch, man.
No, I've been watching. I'm almost done with the original series.
Oh, that's right. You did start on that. Okay.
Yeah. I'm watching the new stuff. So like I've sandwiched this series so far.
The body for the caustic plastic Rocky, no good? Interesting. I haven't heard that yet. Okay. All right, that sucks. Because they create their own bodies, caustic plastic, or they did. So I could see where that might cause a problem if it's not, not good.
I feel like Sideshow did that too in the beginning, and that's why those bodies are.
Sideshow's. I don't know what the hell they're doing, man. They're still doing that shit, man. It's ridiculous. I don't. You can buy the cheapest eBay body, and it's a better body than anything you get with Sideshow. It's tighter, whatever. $226 for this. I think it's on sale now for pre-order. These go fast. I don't think they make a ton of them, but they do go fast. It's cool. So this, I don't even.
What is this?
So this is called. Let me take a breath. Black 13. Black Laboratory Series Heavy Armored Strike Force Gorilla.
Cool. I dig them.
Dude, this is one of those things. This is a very 3A type looking thing.
Ooh,
if this was in
gorilla look.
If this was in 1/12, I would be all over this shit.
Yeah, truth.
Like it's got all these options. Like a little gorilla goes into that face. Like there's a little gorilla guy that controls the big gorilla guy.
That's amazing. So that's not even like a human. It's supposed to be like the Men in Black, the little guy. The little
And I don't know if this is the little. I'm sorry, I don't have enough details. I thought this was just another version of this. Like, I think it. Yeah, no, it does. It comes with a human size person. I think that you can swap the heads out because that's the same head right there. That's right there. So this I think is full size, but it's just a person. And then this is like the mech, the gorilla mech, with all these different faces or face plates. And then it opens up, and I think there's a picture here.
Who makes this?
I don't know what the hell this is. These are 160, so I don't know what these are. But they go with. See the little ape guy inside? So there's a little ape.
Oh, yeah, it's like a.
Like he sits in the seat and he controls the mech. It's so awesome.
Yeah.
It's
Notice how
really
this is
cool.
not the turd party. This is the legit news because it looks cool.
Yeah, this is nice. Now, there's a little ape guy. There he is. How great is that?
And
he has a VR goggles too.
And the details and stuff on these are really nice. They do like a really nice job of the paint and stuff with all these things. Look at that. I mean, that's beautiful. That's really nicely painted. That's gorgeous.
It is. It's beautiful.
All the grunge and the dirt and stuff. It's really, really nice. Now, I would like you to take a guess at how much all this is going to set you back.
460. No? 740.
Very close. 840.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, you're getting like 3 full figures, right?
Yeah, you're getting. I believe you get that human figure. You get the mech, and then you get all these different parts and heads and pieces, and a tiny little ape, and all these faceplates that go on it. So there's a lot to it. And generally, these things are low run, and they're really art toys. You know what I mean, for the most part. So I get it. I don't think I'd pay for it, but it's cool.
I would not chastise them for this price point. I will say it makes it out of the would I possibly pick this up into a definite I can't pick this up.
Yeah, I think it's like this is the type of thing that you have to be into this genre and you have to be into these sort of custom made Dorgmal Snow. Like I have a couple Dorgmal Snow figures.
Those are awesome.
Like those are handmade. I don't know if this is handmade, but I'm sure there's some handmade paint. I mean, the painting is hand done, obviously. So this is it's intricate, but I stick with the Dorgmal Snow because it's like that's what I'm into. But if you were into just that style, and it's like, oh, this is a very cool piece, almost like vinyl toys, like just a great looking vinyl toy. I could see it because you're probably only buying a couple figures a year or something like that. But this is not for the regular average.
There's a line of figures that are like this that I feel. What's the company that does like the Ghostbusters and all that? Blitzway. They're doing like a whole run of like cyberpunkish style characters.
Yes, those
if I was collecting those, this would be like, oh, I need this because this feels like it fits right in with that.
Exactly. It would be. How cool would this be to put with Acid Rain figures though?
Oh yeah. Oh god.
Like, this is a giant mech with the Acid Rain figures. Yep. So cool. But I mean, this is like so. I mean, this kind of goes into our topic of how much is too much. But this is obviously too much unless you're into this stuff. In which case, I don't think it's unwarranted.
I agree with that. I think Cobb Vanth is unwarranted.
So we have some third parties, but I only have one real third party. We can go into
a whole bunch of third parties to look at.
Well, if you want to bring them up, I didn't download them, but we can take a
save them either, so it's all good.
All right. We'll skip third parties this week because I only have one and it's not that great. So, we can cut out here a little early. But how much? What's the point? I mean, that is the point. Like, that's an average figure. Cobb Vanth to me is an average figure. I know you get the Boba Fett tax that Hasbro puts on things, but Hot Toys hasn't necessarily done that with that type of figure. I don't know, man. I mean, that's a point where I'm thinking about that figure. I'm like, do I really need that figure for $300? And it's a mental thing. It's $15 more than $285. Which again, even, as we've said, even at $285, that figure would be like a. Do I need that? But I mean, that is $285 is becoming the average. I mean, are you paying $285 for an average figure at this point? Like, if that's your average figure, what are you What are your thoughts?
So
And
I
now
said at the very
pushing that
beginning,
envelope to 300.
yeah, I said at the very beginning when I got into this hobby, like to myself, like what is the limit now that I can afford buying 1/6 scale at a regular pace? What's my limit? Where am I capping at? I was like, you know what? The second your standard release figure hits $300, and that's exactly what you're saying. There's no LEDs, there's no crazy base, there's no purrs, there's nothing like that.
Nope.
But that standard figure, which Cobb Vanth is a standard figure,
Mm-hmm.
totally hits the $300 price point, I'm out. And that is still true to this day, even though I could easily afford more. I'm collecting more in other lines on other scales and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I still hit that ceiling where your standard hot toy / 1/6 scale figure hits over 300. I already wrote it off.
Yeah, I mean, and we talked about that yesterday too. And yes, Jordan, I'm the same way. Is that there's so much more. Forget about 1/6. Like if you were a Marvel Legends collector, I remember like 2-3 years ago, it was like everybody was kind of getting the same figure at the same time. And as toy photographers, as people who are on Instagram all the time, you'd want to be among the people who put up the new hotness, the new Black Series figure, the new Marvel Legends figure. Sometimes, occasionally, a Mayfix, maybe Mezco. Mezco was just starting to, come up with, some more stuff besides Batman at that point. And it was a lot of the same stuff because the variety wasn't there. And then they started with Rumble Society, and then there was Mythic Legions, and then there's all sorts of multiples of GI Joe. I don't think GI Joe was out at the time. You know what I mean? So like, there's so much third party Super 7, stuff that's competing for your dollar now at this point. And I am not just. I mean, I know some 1/6 collectors are strictly 1/6 collectors. And high-end stuff, props maybe, or things like that. But there's a lot competing for your dollar, man, and your attention. And I was saying, like you were saying with Tom, with 11, with Stranger Things, they're going to make the whole squad. They're going to make all the kids. But do you need all the kids, or do you just get 11? You know what I mean? And you put her on the shelf as a representation of Stranger Things. See, I love Stranger Things. There's Jon Snow for Game of Thrones. There's 11, and that's it. Like, I don't need to have the entire cast of Game of Thrones anymore. Like, I just don't feel the need to have all that. It takes up a lot of space. It's a lot of money. It's never ending. Where do you stop?
That's why, like, I really, really liked the Bad Batch cartoon, like, a lot. And I really think that those Hot Toys look absolutely amazing. But when I start thinking about it, it's like, if I got the Bad Batch, if I got 2 of the Bad Batch figures, you have to get all 5, right? Like, you have to get all of them.
Yeah.
And when you do, you're signing up for what, $1,500? Like, that is a substantial thing. And then you also got to consider, and this is a thing for me, is space. Like, okay, so something else has got to go to be then replaced by this. So then it also makes me question, is that price point worth than now removing something that I have from my current setup?
Correct.
And all that other thing. So there's a lot of considerations into it.
Yeah, I don't think about that stuff until I get it in my hands. Then I go, what the fuck was I doing?
That happens to me too often to the point where I got to stop that.
This came in the mail today. Why did I get
I got him too. Yeah.
Why?
Because I like them, and all my Marvel Legends live in a bin until I'm ready to take pictures of them.
So I haven't done that yet. That's probably my next step, which I feel sad about because it's like, why am I collecting this if they're just going to sit in a bin? I mean, I get the photography part of it.
Yeah,
that's fine, but I don't know. I don't know if I can get to that point.
So specifically with Marvel Legends, I have made that because they're edging out of that price point too, right? Because like it used to be the no-brainer $20 price point. It's sure, why not?
Yeah,
but now that we're getting on 25 to 30, like we're somewhere in between there for your regular. We're starting to edge out of there. But that has been all my other lines, I'm not buying something just to shoot it. Marvel Legends is in that price point where I can buy it just because I want to maybe take a picture of that at some point. That's that price point.
Yeah,
we're edging
more. I'm not taking pictures of them though, so it's getting to be the point where I don't want to get those anymore. I stopped with the Black Series. Like I just don't. I don't do them. I don't use them anymore, so I'm not going to take pictures. And they're getting very deep in the characters and stuff like that. TJ, what do you think? What's your take?
$300, like you're right. It's just a number. It's $10 or $15 more than probably the last thing I got, but 300 just seems high as a starting point.
Yeah.
And like sometimes I'll get them from Hong Kong when I really want them. So that's even more.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah. I think less and less that's becoming a factor because it seems like Sideshow is like either pulling some weight and trying to get things earlier or get them even with the Boba Fett on the throne seems like they got it before.
Yeah,
the Hong Kong dealers did.
What
So
happened there?
I don't know if that was just a fluke or what. I don't know what's going on. I mean, there's a lot of things that are shaking up now, and I'm not really sure what it means. This $300 for Cobb Vanth. Yeah, after everybody had it in hand, which is interesting.
Interesting. I did not know that about that. I haven't been paying attention to it.
Yeah, I actually asked a Hong Kong dealer. I mean, if they had, oh, hey, I asked him about it a while back, and I'm like, I still want to get one from you. And he's like, we don't have it. We can't get it yet. I'm like, it's out in the States. Sideshow has it. He's like, yeah, we don't have it here yet. I'm like, wow,
that's crazy.
Okay, interesting.
Doesn't seem right to me, but hey.
Can you guys talk for just take some questions? take a quick bio break.
That's all good.
Oh man, he gets to do that like with the logo. I just walk away.
You have these controls too, TJ.
Fuck.
You have all this. We have all the same controls. All three of us. We could do all this stuff.
Anyway. Yeah, 300, man. Like that's the number where I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I'll just keep shooting and like looking at stuff I bought the year before.
I think that's part of. So when I started to get more into 1/6 scale, I started to pair my collection. I'm like, I'm not going to buy 1/12 anymore, except for this line and this line. And I think as the price started to raise in 1/6, I started to return to 1/12 a little bit more to be like, well, then I can now finally have this character represented in my collection. Yeah, it's smaller, but the quality has gotten a lot better over time too. So it's like, do you start looking at other, because you started to look at Mezco and other companies, Mafex and things like that too.
Yeah, I've enjoyed them a lot recently. Definitely.
Yeah. And like Elliot brings up a good point. Even 1/12 is now slowly getting to the point where, so let's look at Sentinel or 1000 Toys. They had a line of figures from an anime that I have the 1/6 scale of. I have the 3-0 Dorohedoro figures. Those figures cost $145 each in 1/6 scale.
Yeah.
1/12 scale, this company was asking $180 for it. And I'm like, why would I pay more for a 1/12 scale? So even 1/12 is like starting to creep up to crazy numbers.
Well, we were talking about that yesterday too. It's happening everywhere. It's happening with Marvel Legends, and you hear the same complaints, you know what I mean, from the Marvel Legends collectors who aren't into 1/12. It's like, wow, $25, $28, $27, $29 for these things now at this point, and a deluxe for $35, $36, $40, sometimes $50. It's a little crazy when you're getting, especially there, you're getting like repaints and reused parts. I mean, at least with 1/6, you look at stuff and it's like you have to tailor these clothes. It's not like you're just repainting, this jacket or whatever from another figure or something. This is all original shit. So I mean, that's why they're 300 and not 28. But it is happening everywhere. And I'm just finding myself being dragged down way too many lines. Like I picked up some of those. They're not micro machines, but it's the new micro machine.
Oh, the Jazzwares.
Jazzwares. Yeah, they're cool looking.
They are cool looking. I had this moment. Funny enough, I had the same moment this week when I love them. I love them. So don't take this as a judgment. I got my big box of Mythic Legions in. It was my first time getting an entire wave of Mythic Legions, and I got that in, and I started opening them, and I'm like, where am I going to put this Centaur? Where am I going to put this horse? Like, and I started like, why am I doing this? And I was like, because these figures are awesome. And
I know. That's the problem. Not just because of those, but I mean, like, again, with the stupid Gomez, man. Like, I don't need any more Gomez, but I keep buying them because they're cool and they are great figures. I did.
Yeah. I didn't.
I don't know why. You know what's great about those is the props, but I don't really end up. Again, this is from the photographer standpoint. I always look at those and go, "Oh, I bet you I can use those," or that'd be great to have those in the quote unquote toolbox. I use them sometimes, very rarely though, not enough. I feel like 350 gigs like next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're already seeing third-party companies start charging what Hot Toys technically should be charging right now for their figures. They're in like the 250, 255 range because they're seeing the licensed carriers like charging 285 to 300. So like, oh, it's safe to still be $40 under them and be 250. And I'm like, no, because you're like, I should start setting a ceiling for what third party is too.
Yeah, that's creeping up too, man. That used to be, like 120, 140, tops for something. And now so it does go to show you that it's not just licensing and stuff that people are talking about. It's not they're not licensing anything, but they have to manufacture them and they're using, mainly the same few manufacturers over there. I'm sure there's a lot of them, but I'm sure they're crossing populations, especially with the third parties. And it's getting tougher and tougher, man, with everything going on over there and just the state of the world and inflation. So, yeah. But the problem is what we were talking about is like you can say it's inflation and you can say it's a temporary thing, but the prices don't go down.
Nope.
Inflation eases and, the price of milk goes down, the price of commodities goes down. And the other thing is, I was saying this yesterday, plastic is oil, man. Plastic is petroleum. So price of oil, especially over there, we're having problems with it alone, but we can produce it. Canada produces it. But over there, they're dependent on a lot of different, just a few different places. You know what I mean? Russia being one of them. So if the price of oil goes up, the price of petroleum goes up, the price of plastic goes up. So,
well, I'll tell you, if they're going to be they're considering this as like the reason why they're inflating their costs is because of inflation. Mm-hmm. If the price of oil goes up, they cannot now slap on another inflation cost. No, you've done that for no reason in the beginning.
Well, unless there is a reason. I don't know, but
then be transparent about it. That's what I need.
Well, that would be great. I would love that. Hot Toys is like one of the least transparent companies out there. But AI collectibles. I remember paying $150 US for Hot Toys when I first started collecting. Canadian dollar was on par. I remember shipping was the only thing I worried about. Yeah, I know. And yeah, that was a long time ago, but I do remember that. But I'm nostalgic for the $225 days. You know what I mean? Where you were like, oh yeah, it's an average. It's $225, but it's an average figure. It's good. It's got a couple of props or whatever. A couple of props is Cobb Vanth and $300. Man, what the fuck is going on? So I've already started, but there's things I want, but I have started to realize that like I get things here, and I open them, and I go, I just wanted to get it to see it, and I don't really need it. You know what I mean? Like that Chrome Stormtrooper was like one of those. I was like, oh yeah, I gotta have that. I didn't need that.
If there was a better avenue to, like, when you get it, you can sell it for cost somewhere and make sure that it kind of goes off, like what you get, you recover that.
Yeah.
Great. Then I could see, buy it, maybe get a picture in, send it off, sell it. Yeah. But even that has gone to the point where it's impossible now to kind of like sell stuff easily. And the government wants their chunk of change when you sell stuff these days. So I don't know how you.
Yeah. And then, that you've got that. And then if you can't sell on like a group on Facebook or something like that on your own Instagram, I think we talked about this before too, is now you've got a $600 limit on eBay before you start to get taxed on that shit. And that's 2 figures, you know what I mean? Or 3 figures. That's it. That's all you can do. And now you're tapped out of eBay unless you want to start paying tax. So, and even Facebook used to be like, you could put it on a group and then you could put it in like the marketplace. And now they are I don't know if you've been in the Facebook marketplace lately, but they're charging you now.
Oh,
now they're taking a piece of your sales.
Facebook's one of those companies too, because I mean, not to diverge, just to talk about this for a second.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
They have their VR helmet, right? Which was, I want to say it was, I'm going to just throw out numbers. These aren't correct.
Oh yeah.
But let's just say it was $199. All right. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure it was like $299. But they then recently, this is 2-year-old hardware, they increased the price by $100. And I'm like, you don't you don't after 2 years on hardware be like, now it
I remember
costs
seeing
more.
that. That's right. I remember seeing something about that. That was crazy.
That's not something you do. And they're like,
It wasn't an
Facebook,
improvement. It wasn't a 2.0. It was the
no,
same thing, and they
it
just
was the
increased it $100.
old if you had a 2.0 and then you came in at a higher price point, sure, I totally
Sure.
get it. Because then people would end up waiting for it to hit that older price or whatever at some point. But no, they're taking the old hardware and they're rehitting a price point, and they're Facebook. In America, we know Facebook is like billion-dollar corporation. Like, how much money does Mark Zuckerberg have? They don't need to be doing this.
No. Yeah, I mean, we can. I mean,
that
opens up a whole can of worms. So I could go.
Sorry,
I'm not going to go down that road, but yeah, I mean, the need and the wants, obviously are two different things. Yeah, here this is. I mean, Bestman Luke again. The X07 was a long time ago. It was $300, and we got 2 full figures in a dial. We did kind of talk about this in the DX show, but I get it that things are going to go up, but it's odd that we've had in 2 years. It's gone from that. And you know what? I didn't research this. It feels like this, but I'm pretty sure it has. Since 2020, gone up from an average of 225, 235 for a regular figure with not a Leia, like a Bespin Leia or something like that, who's a gun in some hands, basically, to $300 for something like that, man.
Yeah.
To 285 was the average, these last 9-10 months. And now this $300 is just a weird price out of nowhere for a figure that's not like
to go up
again.
30%.
Cad Bane, I would have been like, yeah, okay, that's a complex figure. It's new molding. It's whatever. I don't know.
I think like I could justify it as not being a part or being inflation if it wasn't a third of the price jumped over 2 years. Like, you're talking about almost 200 to now 300 and above, and like that's an insane jump. Like when it went up to 285, I thought that was their inflation cost. I thought that was them getting their legs underneath them. But like, okay, we'll raise it to this. This is the new standard. That way we're safe kind of going forward.
Right. Which was, and you would figure that would be a 5-year deal. You know what I mean?
Or something.
Given that started to happen, after COVID, for the most part. You know what I mean? It really started to become the norm after that in the last 2 years. So fine, you're covering your ass. There may not be, costs are going up through the roof. Production is going down because you've got people sick. You got to close down factories. There's mandatory this, whatever. Fine. 285, that's going to cover you for the next, 5 years of prices increases and cover your ass. Basically a CYA out for 5 years. Apparently that wasn't enough. So now we're at $300 for CYA. Yes, thank you. Hit that like button in the balls, please.
I think funny what Elliot is saying here at the bottom with the Falcon Captain America being a whoa moment. I'm now thinking like, yeah, maybe I should jump on because like I want that figure. I was like, but it was a high price point. But I'm like, maybe it's a steal based on their new price point. Can you imagine what that thing would cost now? Maybe in the $600 range, I guess.
No, because I don't understand the pricing. I mean, I don't understand this Cobb Vanth thing. But I just see it as an average figure for a strange price. That came out of nowhere. Nothing's been $300 that wasn't like a bigger, The Rock. I can see that. LEDs, multiple faces, something.
Yeah.
I mean, it's even a DX. I mean, the DX, I don't know if each version is a DX, but all right. Yeah. $300, $320, $360, whatever.
Like you said, The Rock
$300 is a strange thing for that.
That man must command a likeness like he has to be the most expensive likeness, right? Because he is like the highest paid actor. So I'd imagine his likeness rights needs to come at a premium too.
Yeah, again, I don't know if I'm sure this is on a case-by-case basis, but I was saying yesterday, I'm pretty sure that stuff is locked up by Disney, Lucasfilm. Warner Brothers is a different entity, Discovery, whatever the fuck they are now.
Crap.
Whereas that's built into whatever they're paying you to do the movie. You know what I mean? If you were going to get $1.5 million, that's not enough, but let's say it's $1,750,000 and now we have likeness rights to use your face on Burger King glasses or whatever the fuck we want to do. They should still make Burger King glasses too. That would be great. I would love to have glasses.
The glass mugs.
Yeah, remember the glasses?
Yeah, those things are awesome.
The best. But like, and that's done. So now I guess I don't know if each one of these things is an individual licensing thing or you license DC. We have a DC license and we want to do Batman. Yeah, you got it. There you go. I don't know if that's, if you want to do Batman, you got to pay us $40 a figure. If you want to do Aquaman, it's $35 a figure. I don't know. I don't know how that works. I'm not sure. But I would think that would kind of be across the board. And you've got the license and you pay X percentage per figure no matter what the fuck it is. You know what I mean? Like it's 25% per figure that you pay to DC. So yeah, I don't know. You know what I mean? If you're charging $250, I'm not gonna be able to do that math. $300. It's too late. Whatever. You're paying 25% of that $300 or whatever that is. So that's off your cost. Like if Batman is a higher cost figure to make than Aquaman is, for instance, then okay, maybe you're gonna charge more for that because you've got to take that 25% off the top. I just don't think it's a case by case basis. What I'm saying is like The Rock is more expensive than than Henry Cavill. I don't think it makes a difference. I don't know.
The only reason why I thought that that it was the case is because I know from talking with some people from Hasbro when it came time to do stuff of the collector, Benicio del Toro. Yeah, Benicio del Toro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He apparently has a stipulation about his own likeness rights, so his stuff has to be done separately and at a different price point. He figured it out. He was really jealous that you were able to go away
himself.
As a logo.
Yeah. Oh, he's walking away. He doesn't have headphones. Maybe I better mute
him. Yeah, and so like I know for him specifically, likeness rights was done individually. So I think that actors get a chance based on when they're doing these kind of contracts. They could be like, okay, we'll just lump it in, or if they come with a specific cachet, like The Rock probably does, they can be like,
Jack Nicholson.
This is my stipulation.
Yeah,
I get this much.
Yeah, probably Harrison Ford at this point. You know what I mean? Things like that, which may be why we don't have a. I don't know. I would have thought that would have been tied up in Empire, and that was years ago. That it's his likeness from Empire. Yeah, we have that tied up. It's not like we have to negotiate with Harrison Ford over his likeness from Empire Strikes Back in 1980. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know how it works. I would love to find that out. Maybe we can find somebody that knows that, and I would love to find that out.
That'd be great. Yeah, because I would like to know that too.
Oh Jesus, man!
What?
Thank you, Jordan. Thank you, Jordan. Well, now I have to buy you a beer. So, like, the first round's on me, apparently. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. That's great. TJ should come back, but $20 for TJ. $20 for you to come back, man. We got to. You got to go away more often.
Yeah, you need to leave more.
No one ever paid for me to come back to anything.
I know. People miss your scintillating.
Holy shit.
So what else do you have to say now that you're back and Elliot just paid, or Jordan just paid $20 for you to come back to your seat? I mean, what's your cutoff, man? What's your cutoff for a figure that you really want? Let's say it's like, who is it? Who do you really want? The Last Starfighter. The Last Starfighter comes out.
I would not pay $300 for the Last Starfighter.
Whoa,
that's shocking to hear. Actually, I would have thought you would have.
Because he's not going to come with a lot of accessories.
But what if he does?
He's not.
Okay.
Oh God! Let's not go there.
I'm not taking off anything.
Yeah, because Trevor gets that money, not you.
I know.
I'll throw you something, man. It's fine.
Not just something.
Beads.
The actors have the final say on the sculpt likenesses.
Yes.
But yes, I've experienced that. There was an actress that I did some photography for QMX that rejected. She didn't like the sculpt.
Probably will.
Never did it. What's that?
I was just responding to Lenny. I probably will.
Yeah. He will probably do it.
For the right price.
But the likeness, yes, they do sometimes get to approve the likeness. They just don't get to negotiate the price, I don't think, unless they do that beforehand for what they're going to charge for that. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. Like if there was something if there's something I really wanted and it was well done, it's hard to say because I paid for a fork before. So
yeah, like I don't know if I have a cutoff for something I really want.
Yeah, I kind of wonder that because like you are one that I know that when you get a bug in your mind when something drops, that like I need that, and you have it the next day. Like, and I know you're not skimping out. Like you're getting it DHL like shipping. You're paying the extra premium for the shipping. So I know when there's something you want, TJ, you're the type of person that would like.
I guess, but the current price tag for just regular stuff is a turn off. Like Cobb Vanth is like
a turn on.
No, like he was cool for 20 minutes.
He's hot. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like I'm sure they're going to bring him back because now he's going to be, but now he's got cybernetic parts, so he's going to be a different figure now.
That's 360,
and I'm sure he's going to have a new costume outfit, whatever. Right. So yeah, 350 exactly, because now he's going to have the extra hand, articulated fingers. But
LEDs, man,
LEDs. There you go, and foam and purrs.
Oh shit! Now you're talking.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what I would do. Like, I'm trying to think of something that I really want that I don't have.
Yes. Anakin Skywalker. Oh no! Shit. Sorry, you have plenty of those.
I mean, if somebody was making these, I mean, Suzu's doing an incredible job with the Watchmen stuff.
Yes, they are.
I really want Watchmen. Now, if it got to a point where, let's say, the owl was $300 because it was a complex suit, the wing part, the cape part, whatever. I might think about that. You know what I mean? Like, even if they do put a lot of accessories in there, you do get a lot of stuff with that. It's pretty good. But I might think about that for a certain character. Depends. But that's like the Falcon. The Falcon is always going to be, or Captain America now with the wings. It's always going to be more money. The Vulture, things like that. But yeah, just your average figure. I mean, I don't know. It's going to have to be a key character. I mean, I went on and bought another Joker from InArt for $500 when I have a rooted hair Joker now. Whether I'll keep it or not, I don't know. I'm not sure. I just want to see what it looks like first. I'll sell one of them. I'm not going to keep them both, I don't think.
I guess that's a good question too, is like if the regular figures are starting to crest over 300, like what are you putting as your limit for like your Grail, like the ones, because I never ever in my life thought I'd spend over $900 on a Joker Heath Ledger figure, but apparently I had that bone in me because I did. So
it's there, man.
I know, but like so it's an interesting question to see how far you'll go for the other side of things.
Yeah. Okay. So that's a question. Like, what can you think of something that would be that thing for you? Like, what is that?
I'm getting everything that I want. Like, it's like
no, but I mean, there's a Grail, not a Grail that exists and you don't have it yet, but like. Well, you're getting everything you want, is what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, they're feeding me. I'm getting fed. I'm good.
Yeah. I can't think of anything that I'd really want that it would be, acceptable to pay an exorbitant amount of money for.
Okay. I can think of like if Hot Toys or whoever, but it's a Marvel license. If one of them said we're going to do the Grandmaster and we're going to do the Collector, but it's like the special super limited edition or something like that, I would consider. If it's like a basic figure, like just figure a couple hands, nothing extra, I would consider higher price points for those two because those are like my highly desired figures that I can't get elsewhere. And I've been wanting them for years and they just haven't.
Wait, how did I miss that? What?
Oh, the Grandmaster and the Collector.
The Grandmaster. Oh, yeah, the Collector. Yeah.
Like, if they did those types of characters.
But those wouldn't be the type of things that would be like, at that price point, you would think.
Benicio del Toro, like we were talking about, Benicio del Toro does have a say in how much his stuff is going for and stuff like that. So maybe.
So if you could get a custom, if somebody sort of custom run for that, either one of them or both, would you pay $400 for the outfit, $250 for the sculpt painted?
No,
you wouldn't.
I have a hard time.
It would be worth $600 or $700.
Yeah, I have a hard time with customs only because if something goes wrong, I have a harder time dealing with an individual person for their art versus a company who, maybe has extras to replace things and stuff like that. So I don't know. It's a tougher question when you're asking about customs versus what Hot Toys is asking for a limited run or something.
Yeah, I mean it's a different world too because it is what it is. It's what It's not mass produced. You know what I mean? There's no buying power with that. It's basically some schmuck saying like, "Hey, Yunsel, can you make me an outfit that, for 50 people that
Yeah.
looks like this?" And so like, yeah, there's what it costs. That's okay. Thanks. We have no leverage. We have no buying power.
Yep.
And like you get more people, it's going to cost a little less, but it's not going to be that big a deal. I would pay $1,500 for an in-art level, the Shoveler from Mystery Men.
See, there's a character
Jordan.
for every person.
I know, Jordan. That sounds like something for me, man.
And actually, that character does make sense.
Yeah.
In a way for him.
I recently found the Rocket and Groot 2-pack on eBay for $4.15. Wow. Which one?
The first one.
Was there only one?
one?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Well, actually, no. There's the Teen. Didn't Teen Groot also come around? But I'm pretty sure he's talking about Volume 1.
Yeah. That is fucking great, man. That's a great price, man. I think I paid $600 for that thing.
I mean, hey, they're really charging over $200 for Rocket alone, so you got to steal.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they would have to come in separate boxes for sure. For sure. Wow, from Guardians 1, yeah, nice, very nice. Yeah, I mean, Grails out of stock stuff like that. Yeah, that's one thing, but straight pre-order, ready to go. I'm really gonna have to think about it, man, for $300. Yeah.
What's your ceiling? I don't know what your ceiling is. I feel like it's over 300
for that. Mine for that kind
yours.
of stuff. Not for an average figure.
No.
It's gonna have to be a key. All right, let's say they come out with Grief Karga. Now, even Grief Karga is he's not my favorite character on the show. He's good, and he's kind of a main character on The Mandalorian. The Mandalorian has been kind of the focus of my Star Wars collection recently.
Yeah. I've actually,
now with Andor, I want Andor. I want Cassian Andor. I really want Cassian Andor from Rogue One, but whatever. But if Grief Karga came out and was $300, yeah, I would probably pay it. If it was good, obviously. And he's not. What the hell is he going to come with? You know what I mean? He's not going to come with anything. He's going to have a gun. What else? Nothing.
I mean, I'll tell you, there's certain characters, if they did Mr. Knight from Moon Knight and he was 300, I would do it.
Okay.
But if he was 315, because we're talking about those $15 increments, that would be more questionable only because I set that limit for myself at 300.
What was Moon Knight? What did Moon Knight
285, I think.
That's what I thought, right? That to me seemed like, I mean, I know it's not complexity.
Lit up head.
The sculpting is complex, and it's a lit up head, and it's got a cape, a wired cape. So that to me, if that was $300, I would have been like, okay,
285. Yeah,
I could see that.
Yeah, exactly what we thought.
See that. Yeah. So yeah, that 285 mark was it, man. That was like wow. That is that's a nice figure. Looks good. Do I need it for 285? And now 300. It's like, do I really need it? And then 325, which I guarantee is going to be before the end of next year.
That's a good, respectable limit, Jordan. And I think that's a lot of, also speaks to, because you get a lot of third-party characters that all look great, but they're good price ranges. The third party is a great place. And that's why I'm hoping, companies like Susu, they flourish. They see this as a chance to hopefully keep it in the 200 range somewhere, and that's their playground, and kind of go forward.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem like they're getting any kind of challenge. I mean, I know it's hard for U.S. companies to sue anybody over in China for copyright infringement, although, they've tried to make it easier. China's certainly not doing much to go after them unless there's something in it for them.
Yeah.
So some of them are getting bold, though. You know what I mean? They're really getting bold.
So,
with even the names and things like that. And
the ones I sent you earlier, the Sopranos one and then the Snatch one, are those licensed or are those unlicensed? Because I couldn't find anything.
Tony Soprano.
Yeah, the Tony Soprano.
So Tony Soprano is. I'm gonna do like a little 15-minute, 20-minute video on this, because that's basically what was I calling this? It's not a it's a recast, basically. So that was a Rocco Tartamella sculpt. I did the suit for that. I did the Yunsel suit for that. I organized it, ran it, picked the clothing that he was going to do, and somebody in China bought it or got a hold of one, deconstructed the whole thing, and that is like the exact figure that I have here as a custom is what they're selling as
And they're
Tony
using
Soprano for $140 or whatever the hell.
and they're using the logo and the name and everything. They're not.
Yeah, that's
hiding
mind blowing. Like, yeah, that's like, and again, that could be one of those companies that you're never going to see that name again, and it's going to be, Toys Superior next week, you know what I mean, or something.
Yeah.
Like, who knows? Yeah, Morbius for 260. There you go.
I like the
wouldn't
more bargain, more blocks.
Yeah, I mean, I think that is good. I think that's maybe what you have to do is kind of say, like, listen, this is my max for any kind of secondary character, and
yeah.
Queel is, that's another one that, like, as we were saying before, with the Blurg, it's like the Blurg is interesting. Creel with him would be cool, but like he's dead.
Can you get him by himself without the
Yeah,
Blurg?
I think so.
And how much does he cost?
I don't know.
Too much, I bet.
For
a little guy.
Yep.
Do you know how much it is, TJ?
Nope.
I thought he was one that when I saw the price of him on his own, I'm like, what are they thinking? Because then you think of like Asmus charging what they charge for the dwarves, which was insane. Like the price point, like good deal compared to what Hot Toys wants for like their Groot or their,
Wheel is $245.
That's too much for a little dude.
Yeah.
That used to be a regular figure.
I know. I mean, how much can we bitch? This is what it is. It is what it is.
That's what this whole segment is. It's the bitch segment.
No, I know. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I guess I have cut down. I've definitely cut down. I'm not getting as much. I'm actually looking at the stuff that I have, and that was kind of what we were talking about a few shows ago with we were talking about customs and stuff. Maybe upgrading your figures is the thing to do. You know what I mean? And I think Hot Toys is missing the boat there too, and coming up with different sculpts, improved sculpts for older figures. I mean, yeah, they could come out with a new Han Solo tomorrow with an improved sculpt from A New Hope and sell tons of them. They'd sell them to everybody who bought the first one, I'm sure. Same with any of those characters, Luke, Leia, anything that's been dated like that, they could totally update.
I think that's going to be, if companies are going to hit this price point, that's going to start turning off a lot of collectors and stuff like that. I think accessory packs or like expansion packs, things like that, are the way of the future. This is kind of part of what I was thinking. Like when you
not
were
bases.
Not bases are a good start though. Like if you start doing these crazy bases and you offer them separately, sure, but like offer that costume upgrade on Doctor Strange. Like give me the suit from the second movie that I can put on my volume one, Doctor Strange 1 or something like that. I know you can't take off the suits, but if they start developing figures in the future where you can start like easily removing stuff and putting on new outfits and stuff like that.
Oh wow, outfits! Wow, now you're talking like G.I. Joe, man.
No, I am, and this kind of got started in my brain because I was thinking of Mezco specifically when they did this Gomez, and was like, you know what? If Union Gomez came out and was like, here's just some coveralls and here's those work gloves, I would have bought that pack in a heartbeat. I just don't need like a sixth roach like on my shelf.
Well, I mean, to that point, they did that with the Barbarian set. Remember, they had to say you could buy a second Conan, put a different head on it, throw some different clothes on top of it, and you got yourself another Barbarian. So it's not a bad idea for basic figures, backup figures like that. But even just sculpts, man, I can see them like expression sculpts and things like that. Just give me Captain America yelling, you know what I mean, or something like that. I don't know. I'd pay. I think they could sell those for $150, $160 a sculpt.
Yeah. Just make the people would pay for it cheap enough that it's like, that's a great sculpt. Yeah, for $100.
Sure. Yeah, it's got to be a great sculpt, obviously, for sure. I am not going to the InArt Vegas event. I would like to go there, but I don't want to pay for a plane ticket to Vegas for like a 4-hour event with InArt.
Is that all it is? 4-hour event?
And it's maybe like half a day. I don't know. But nobody's paying me to do that, so I'm not doing it.
Yeah, if they want to pay us, I would.
If I was working for a magazine or something like that, it'd be one thing. But
I think Legion's Con is the
I don't.
better.
The tickets are only $80, but you got to get there. You got to get there. You got to stay in a hotel in Vegas. So yeah,
Vegas
more,
just ain't
more
cheap.
than I wanted to do.
I mean, you
It's
go
not.
to Vegas, you're in for it.
Yeah, there you go. Expression pass characters like Pennywise, Joker, for sure. Yeah, it'd be incredible.
Yep.
I would love that. Yeah, so it's expensive, man. I mean, I guess that's the bottom line. It's getting more expensive. You gotta. I mean, it's room too. Room space is a premium.
Nothing's getting cheaper. Nothing's getting cheaper. That's like
nothing anywhere is getting cheaper.
Yep.
But it is like how much. I mean, you already hear people talking about when stuff comes out. I hear Marvel Legends people come like, oh, well, I guess I don't have to pay my heating bill next month. I'm gonna have to get that whole wave of Marvel Legends, which is basically a $300 hit. You know what I mean? And it's the same thing with this. Like, Cobb Vanth, a secondary character that was in 3 episodes of The Mandalorian. Do I need that, or do I, am I paying my car bill, my car payment next month? You know what I mean? So I don't know. You got to pick and choose, man. And it's getting a little harder to get into this stuff and to.
It's getting harder to pick and choose too, because as time goes on,
there's so much.
There's so much more. Yeah, exactly. Like we finally started watching.
I watch She-Hulk.
We're caught up, and I'm like,
oh my God,
there's amazing suits in House of Dragons. I'm like, if people start coming out with these suits now, I'm so hyped.
You want Damien now? You want Damien? You want
Damien's awesome.
It's great.
And She-Hulk. Give me stuff from Andor. Like, and everything's just expanded, and there's amazing shows and movies and stuff all the time.
But I am finding that I am getting stuff that I feel like, oh, I gotta have, and this is all of us. Oh, I gotta have that. Oh, that looks so good. And then you get it in hand, and you're just kind of like, okay, put it on the shelf, and I never look at it again. You know what I mean? Even if I got a pile of boxes right here that I haven't even opened.
Open them. Let's do an open stream right now. Let's go.
Oh God, no. I might do an open stream with the Mythic Legions tomorrow. Did you open your Mythic Legions?
Oh, I opened them all. Like first night, I was like, I couldn't wait. They're all displayed on my shelf and everything like that too. They're actually going to probably end up back here at some point.
We'll see if you want to jump on. Yeah. So, good luck.
Godspeed.
Yes. Godspeed. Throw us a super chat, man. You may as well, like, it's like $300 or a few super chats. Like, save yourself some space on the shelf and throw it to us. Fellow Jordan, what is this? Fellow Jordan, I'll be there. Okay. Oh, okay. 600 driveway. Yeah. No, you picked the right. This is my brother. You picked the right time to start collecting Black Series because everybody's selling their Black Series. So.
Buy them from your brother.
Yeah, truly. Like, give me a call. Maybe I can tell you something. I have a problem getting rid of stuff too. That's my problem. But I did make the choice to get rid of some of the Game of Thrones stuff, the Walking Dead stuff. It's just, again, representation on the shelf. It's enough. You know what I mean? So maybe I need Andor. Maybe I don't need Cobb Vanth. Maybe I don't need Grief Karga.
We need Andor and Baze.
There's 3 Mandalorians at this point.
Those are the only 2 we're missing from Rogue One. So we need Andor. Andor needs to come out, and he better come with that fucking blue jacket.
For sure. Yeah, definitely. All right, boys, that's a show. It's more than a show. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. We had like 28 people here tonight. That's good.
Wow.
That's good for us. I know, right? It's a good night for us.
I made us $20.
I know, you made us $20, and you didn't have to get naked, which is incredible.
You could have made us $50, TJ.
I know, baby.
Jeez.
Next time.
Show a little skin next time, please. There you go. Oh, nice. He's got tats too, man. You want to see the tat? $40. Hit that like on the way out. Appreciate it. If you're watching this on repeat, leave us a comment. Don't forget to hit the bell. We started at 9 o'clock tonight. I think we might be doing 9 o'clock from now on.
You don't like the 9:30? Is it too late?
Yeah, it's a little too late. It's a weird time too. Like, it's
I thought we were doing it because of TJ, because he was driving from New York.
No.
Is that not why?
No. Do you not like 9 o'clock, Tom?
I'm fine whenever. The later is better because I've
I know.
still have to work. So,
I know,
you know.
I know. Well, you can just sit and work while we're talking too. You don't really.
I've been doing it this whole time. You don't see my eyes off to the side. I'm working. I'm typing stuff in the back end right now.
I'm sure. You hide it well. All right, that's it. We will see you in probably 2 weeks. I'm going to be on 1 6-figure focus with Shane on Monday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's called Focus. No, Visions. I'm sorry. The show's called Visions, and he's just going to hit me with questions about my 1/6 collecting. So you can learn something there that you haven't learned here. Maybe we'll see. It's fun. It's always a good conversation with Shane. He's a good guy. So that's that. Anybody else got anything going on they want to talk about? Pictures coming out. Dude, that was a great shot tonight, Tom. Man, that was nuts. That lightning is insane.
Thank you.
And TJ, you've been knocking them out of the park too, like left and right. You guys, like, I haven't shot anything in a week, man.
Get out of here! Like you, every time you drop something, it's like, oh shit, new 1/6 shooter just dropped. I get notifications for you guys. Right. Like, please, I get all excited.
Well,
me too.
Watch this guys tomorrow because there is a Mythic Legions drop. So
I plan.
I can't wait. I'm excited for that one.
All right, guys. Thank you very much, and we will see you next time.
May the foam be with everyone.
With you.
And be careful in that hurricane if you're affected by it.
True. Yes. Be safe.
See ya.
Latch onto your foam. It floats.